everyone, and welcome to 90 Day with Nana.
Hi, guys.
With Joleen and Nana, we are going to be talking all about 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 6. And breaking it down, Nana's got her Nana notes. She's looking so pretty.
I got Nana notes.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you for bearing with us. Nana wasn't feeling well Monday, but you feel better now, right, Nana?
I think I figured it out. Quit laughing. Quit laughing.
What is it? Was it your sugar-free pudding?
No, it wasn't the sugar-free pudding. I've been having cottage cheese, and then I put this fruit on it. And the fruit is supposed to be frozen. It's raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, I don't want to wait till it thaws out. I'll just keep it in the fridge. Well, that was fine. I kept it in the fridge. Mm-hmm. And the first couple helpings, not a problem. But then I went to have some on what night was that? Sunday. Mm-hmm. And it just tasted a little off, like it was, I don't know. Then I went to have some last night, and it was like a sweet and sour taste.
Your cottage cheese?
No, the cottage cheese seemed fine, but it was something with that not keeping it in the freezer, maybe. But there was something with the fruit. And swear to God, kids, I called Joleen. I go, oh, no. I have never gone to the bathroom so much unless I was having a colonoscopy. And we'll just leave it at that.
Well, thank you for sharing, Nana.
Thank you.
So happy. So yeah, she was like, I can't do this. Can we postpone it? So thank you for bearing with us as we come live on Wednesday. On our normal day is Monday. So welcome. Make sure you guys smash that like now. Let's get our likes up to 100 during this
That'd be
broadcast.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. Now, and Dad had some people contact him, which is awful nice. So I hope they got to join us. I hope you're in it. If you don't want to, well, you have to subscribe. Just let's not get crazy. But if you don't want to chat, you don't have to. Some of us old people like myself, when I think about chatting, I think they're going to see me in it. Nobody's going to see you. They're just going to see your beautiful words. It's a beautiful day.
Okay. So we do have to, since Nana said, Papa has decided now we have producer Linda, which is Nana's BFF, like my second mom. And you guys know her. You love her. She's in the chat. Producer Linda.
Absolutely.
Now Papa has decided he wants to take a bigger role in this podcast, both 90 Day with Nana and Married to Bravo, which we do on Fridays. And so he called me before this live and was like, I DM'd my friends to join you and Nana. And then he messaged them in the DMs on Facebook, which I'm like, okay. Hopefully they're okay with that. And it was so cute though. Then I took a screen grab of Papa's Facebook because then he posted a status, you guys, and let me read the status to you because
I want to see it.
About the most adorable thing. He's trying to explain to his friends how they can watch us live on YouTube. And shout out to Mike Vargas joining us in the chat. Absolutely love Nana. Mike Vargas is an LA friend and comedian. Welcome. Okay. So Papa says, for those I messaged about Eileen and Jolene's podcast, go to YouTube and punch it in 90 Days with Nana. Sign in. There is no charge to you. You might have some laughs. 7:30. They do 2 podcasts a week, usually Monday and Friday.
Oh, that's so, isn't that nice? Because he comes to me. I'm on the phone with Linda. He goes, just a minute. Tell Linda just a minute. So I'm like this. Hang on, Linda. Listen, some of my friends are asking how to get on. So I said, just go to Eileen's thing and just click there. And I go, I just say, join Joleen and I at 7:30. There's no link, Paul. A link, he said. I go, yeah, I mean, we need a link. So anyway, you got to help us.
Listen,
just keep helping us.
He's killing it as manager. So then he called me, you guys, and he said, and he Papa's very punctual. And if you guys notice, you've been following my YouTube for a while. I am not. I do the stuff I say I'm going to do, but usually about 10, 15 minutes behind, usually running behind. Not always my fault, but 95% usually it's my fault. 95% of the time it's my fault. So I work on punctuality. So Papa calls me after he puts out and DM'd his friends, which I didn't know he was going to do. I just had finished dinner. And then he says, and we're going to be punctual, right? We're going to get there like right at 5:30.
He goes, get upstairs. And I go, what? You sound like Lucy now. Nana, upstairs, cook. What? And he says, you're almost done. Get up there. I thought, I think we created a monster. I think Bonnie created a monster. Bonnie says, Paul, you should join us. I said, Bonnie, no. Yes, I think that would be fun though.
Our new manager is killing it, but he's on our ass. Like, he is all about it. Indiana Girl Jules, thank you so much for the first super chat of the night. She says, hello, ladies. You both are rocking the red lips. I love it. Jolene, loving your reacting videos. Hope you're both doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Julie B. I talked to her already today. We were messaging back and forth because she wanted to see how I was feeling. Did you come out and say that I was sick or something? I don't know. Oh, all right.
So. I don't remember what I said.
It's all right. It's okay.
If I said anything
better. But
I was sad you were sick, but I also was kind of like, I could use a night off.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to be deadly sick and give you a night off. That's okay.
If you could just cling on to the toilet and eat some more bad blueberries and give me a couple more nights off.
I was so white. I said to Paul, look at how white I am. He goes, yeah, you don't look good. Okay. It wasn't pretty. Okay. But we're back.
On Nana's good. She's not going to eat any more she's not going to eat fruit anymore. She's just, don't eat fruit. Just stick to candy. Nana.
Give me the Fritos.
Okay. Fritos. So before we get started, you guys, I do want to say subscribe. Follow me on social media. You can follow me at Joleen Lunzer on all the social medias. I was formerly Joleen BB22 on Twitter, but I've just changed it so it's streamlined across the board. We got Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Joleen Lunzer. Follow Nana here. She just likes it here, you guys. That's where she likes it. If you want to support the channel, subscribing is a great way. Following us on social media, like I said, and also super chat is an option. There's also links in the description for me and Nana's Amazon wish list, our Patreon, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that fun stuff. But most importantly, I'm starting to do these new videos called Joleen Reacts, where I'm taking videos and I'm reacting to them. Hopefully you guys are liking them. Please support those. And I'm going to be reacting to all kinds of videos on the World Wide Web, and feel free to send me videos you want me to react to, whether short, not too long, but really short's fine. Up to 5 minutes, I guess, is fine. At JoleenReacts@gmail.com. Okay, so
I'm so excited for you. You always have so much on your plate. It makes me feel like Jolene said, Nana likes it one way and one way only. Right here.
That's what Papa said too. Okay. Yeah, that I shouldn't do a joke like that about my parents.
You can. Go ahead. I mean, it's us.
Well, everyone's glad you're feeling better. So what else is going on in your life besides being sick? We're moving on from that. How else are you doing, Nana?
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Today, today I was happy because I feel like our government did the right thing. Okay. The House of Representatives did the right thing. Okay. So, but I am sad for America. I'm sad that we have to go through this.
Yeah, no, you're bringing our podcast down a bummer road, but
no one died this time. I mean, that I'm going to talk about.
Okay. Usually she brings up deaths. Today it's the impeachment. Go ahead, Nana.
I'm just saying. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I did have a Facebook status today. I got tired of flipping off the TV because I just walked by and I was just kept flipping it off. But when I get wired, what do I do, Jolene?
Oh, when you get wired, what do you do? God, you do so many things. Well, normally you would go to Kohl's or Target. Online shopping, swearing, spitting.
No, really, it's me, Joe. What do I do when I get really stressed and I just have to take it?
Okay. When you get really stressed, what do you do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do Ask Jolene. Anyway.
Normally we would have an Ask Nana, but we'll turn Ask Nana to Ask Jolene.
Yes, good job, Nana. Good
Thanks.
Job.
Ooh, I'm ready for Jeopardy. Okay, Jolene, what is a pussy?
Okay, so your best friends are proving to know you better. So Billy Ball, Linda Burke, they're all saying you clean. Nana is a cleaner. And even like Bethy knows, like everyone. I can't believe I dropped the ball on that one.
I'm sorry. I thought, wow, she's going to get this right away. So I finished up all the laundry and I'm scrubbing the sink in the laundry room because I got a little paint stuff in there and I'm scrubbing it and my hands are just raw. But I take my aggressions out like that. I vacuumed the whole living room. I vacuumed the whole downstairs. Then I went into the kitchen and we're scrubbing the floors. Now, something that I've noticed at 66, a lot of my friends say, oh, you do it on your hands and knees? washing the floor too. Yes. So I was washing the floor and my knees hurt now. And it's not because they're bony, because there's enough, chubby material around them. But why do they hurt so bad now that I'm on 66? And I don't know. But anyway, so I got on my hands and knees and I scrubbed the kitchen floor. And that's how I deal with stress. And I mean, we could have a showing tomorrow at the house. Come on over.
Well, you definitely pass that on to me. When I'm stressed, I also clean, and I've passed it on to Chell. So sometimes I just piss him off on purpose. Don't tell him, so that he'll clean. Because if I piss him off just the right amount, he's scrubbing stuff, and I'll be like, oh gosh, how long should I keep this up for? Until the whole bathroom gets cleaned. So yes.
Chell is so much like your dad. Your dad goes, could use more coffee here. Okay, thanks a lot. All right.
Oh, yeah, no, yes. Fonda says, when you're stressed, you think about Greg Leakes. No, she now thinks about Sharif.
I'm back to Sharif now, the coach. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're both wonderful looking guys. Not to be confused with Tony Dow. From Leave It to Beaver. From
Leave It to Beaver.
He's hot.
Elizabeth says, it's arthritis, my dear. That's why your knees be hurting.
Really? In your knees? Because I know my hands, they get all wompy too now. And I got these great big knuckles. And it's like, oh, there goes my hand modeling career. But it is arthritis, huh? That's too bad.
And Lynn's making a good point, Nana. You do need to update your Amazon wish list, and you can add knee pads to it, your wish list. There you
go. You don't think I have knee pads? I have knee pads.
Well, remember Grandma?
I had them.
Remember Grandma gardened and she had that little foam pad that she'd carry around and she'd put it down to kneel on? Maybe
now I get it. Okay, now I get it. I got one of those too. Do I go out into the garage and get them? No, because I used the knee pads when I was staining the deck. So I should use those. But boy, I just hurt. I couldn't believe it.
I'm so sorry. And this is
what the hell happened now?
This is fascinating.
Thank you for the 66 plus. They're understanding it. They're sitting there going, that happened to me a couple months ago. Yeah.
And cold weather is no good for the joints. So more proof that you need to get a second home closer to me.
Oh, honey, I wish I could afford a second home. I really could afford, if we could get out of here, like 3 weeks or something, and
3 weeks,
rent something, or a month, rent someplace. Yeah. So anyway, I just, I had a wonderful day today, even though I was flipping off the TV set. Like I said, sad day for America, but I think we're going in the right direction. And
you look beautiful too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, Nana, your makeup, your hair, your lips, your face, your scarf. I gave you that scarf. It looks so good on you with a nice little button up. You're just so Ralph Lauren today. I love it.
Well, here's the thing. When you don't smoke, when you don't drink, when the only thing you got going for yourself is talking like a truck driver.
Well, Bonnie said, did someone say joints? And then Lynn said, joints are good for the joints.
I think they would be, but I'd be afraid I'd have to do gummies, and then that would go against my other stuff going on. So whatever. Maybe before I die, I'll do a gummy. I kind of think I will.
If Nana starts the weed, you guys will never get her back. I'll be like, Nana, we're supposed to go live today. Nah.
Not yet, honey. Not yet.
All right. So let's get into this episode of 90 Day Fiancé, episode 6, season 8. You got them Nana notes. Let's hear what you got, Nana.
I do. Let's start with Yara and Jovi.
Oh, now, I love to pull up their picture because it's just become something that I do, and I know we don't.
And I like it. I like that. Then I get to know, too. Yara's beautiful. Jovi has a job where it's very strange. Mm-hmm. He's on 1 month and he's away from her. Yep. He just brought her to America, and he's on 1 month at his home base, and then, which means he's off. And then he goes away for a month and works. We figured out he makes $130,000 a year, which is now chump change.
That's good.
It certainly isn't. It certainly isn't in Minnesota.
I wish I made $130,000.
I never made that kind of money. Wow. So, but he has to go some underwater thing. So I'm not so sure I could. For $130,000, I could swim with Flipper. I guess I could. For 130 G's. I could do it. But so she's feeling sad. She's feeling lonely. She doesn't know anybody. His mother's about an hour away. And so Sarah, which is Jovi's best friend's wife, decided to take her, and they're going to have a manicure. I love manicure and pedicure. Isn't that nice? Didn't it look nice just staying there? It's been a while since I've had one.
I love this scene because it was hilarious because Jovi's best friend's wife hates him and she is digging him a hole. And she is like, oh, hey, do you want to just casually go get a mani-pedi? Sure. So they're getting their pedicure. And then she decides to just bring up, he has sex with strippers. He knew like all their names. Yeah, he knows all of them. Like that's, anyways, it's cold out today. Jovi had herpes 7 times, 1 time on his feet. I don't know how he got it. I think he has a foot fetish. Like she's just like giving all of this crazy information to Yara, and Yara's like, I don't know why she thinks
I felt bad for her. She's throwing all that information out there. What, because she kept saying, this isn't the Jovi I know.
Yeah. Well, Linda's outing you and says in 1970, weed made Nana drive really slow. I can't believe there's something that would make Nana drive slower than she already drives, Linda. So we don't want to give Nana weed because you guys, she's already almost getting kicked off the freeways with how slow she drives. So it can't get any slower.
I just remember being in the cemetery one time. We had just smoked some weed and we were trying to think of that song. And we couldn't think of the words of it.
Stream,
so we came up with, well, you know what? But we thought it was, no, 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 you don't, gently down the stream. And I said, and we kept looking at each other going, that doesn't sound right. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, 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 you don't. So anyway, they're having a pedicure. I do drive slow. They're driving. They're sitting there. They're having their manicure and pedicure. And it just reminded me when you and I went to have that in California, in West Hollywood. We sat there and it felt so good. Oh. And the woman that was doing me, I felt bad for her because I came with Minnesota feet, and she's doing that shaving thing, or what is that buffing thing? And you got skin flying every which way because I got dry feet. And she goes, you from Minnesota? I said, yeah. She goes,
you got Vaseline there? Use it.
Use it. Yeah, that was my favorite. Okay. And I said, yes, we do. Okay, well, use it. Yes, I shall. Why did she drag Jovi like that? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't, except for what Joleen's saying. And I didn't think of that. I thought she was such good friends.
Well, if she was smart, she would let him get in this relationship, because then if she wants him away from her husband more, possibly getting him with a wife is going to do that. Then he won't be around as much, getting him married. But maybe she's afraid he'll start a family and he'll be around more. Or maybe they have a history. And the only other explanation is that she and him have banged it out before, and there's more to the story.
I didn't think of that. But it doesn't appear the dad, her husband, Sarah's husband, seems so excited to have a family and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean that he shouldn't go to the strip club, but maybe not as much as Jovi. Do you feel, strip clubs are strip clubs. So what? I wouldn't want Paul going there every night, but if they go with their friends every once in a while or something, when they're younger.
I'm not a woman that's like, hey, husband, boyfriend, go to the strip club. There's nothing wrong with stripping. I like strippers. There's nothing wrong with them. I just think that you don't belong there. If you're in a relationship and stuff, that you don't belong there. And you don't need to get some steam off. I'm not a part of the old boys club. They need to look at naked women. No, you just
I guess we are different generations. It's like,
why don't you go make us some more money? Why don't you rub my feet? Why don't you cook dinner? Why don't you plan something fun for us? Why don't you help me look like a hot stripper? Like, why don't you work out with me? Like, why do you, there's no need for my husband to go look at naked women that aren't me, right? There's an internet out there.
I guess, honey. I guess I just never thought much about it. Your dad wasn't big on going there, except for, sometimes he'd go with his friends, but I look at it from a Teamster's wife. Jobs, gives people jobs.
Well, no, I don't want to take money out of the women's pockets. Definitely.
They don't have pockets.
Well, out of that, we were born with a pocket. It's the vagina. But,
wow.
But I don't, first of all, I don't believe Dad ever went. I'm going to block that out of my head.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's just like, it's just no,
I do remember.
That big a deal.
What?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal, but I think for him to keep going like he has been,
then we're going to put it in the chat. Who's okay with their significant others going to the strip club, getting lap dances, taking some of my money and giving it to other people?
Oh, we didn't talk about the money, but I'm just saying jobs.
Now, I think Bethy makes a good, no, Nana, I understand what you're saying because it does provide jobs. So I do like that. But Bethy is saying the only time my man can go is if I'm with him. That has happened 3 times in 10 years. I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe there are partners out there, Nana, who enjoy going together. Maybe.
Okay.
Not one of them. So,
you know,
Billy Ball says, what kind of jobs we talking?
The strippers' jobs, waitressing, bartending, parking attendants.
Yeah,
I'm
it seems
all
like
for the little guy.
a lot of people are saying I'm okay as long as I go with them. Yeah, I don't think there's a need for this like group of guys to have to go ogle over other, like, I don't know. I just
But
don't
that was in
feel
the
the need.
younger days, is what I'm saying. And I think that's when we have most of our jealousy, is when we're younger.
Oh, I'm not jealous. I just feel like that's a waste of time that you could be bringing something to the table in our relationship to make it better, right?
Oh, okay. Now that's great. No, that's great. It's just that I guess
Nana, you're so progressive and you're so open-minded because everyone is just like me. Like, I say hell no. And Linda Burke says she wants the bouncers to keep their job.
See, thank you, Linda. See, she's for jobs too. Jobs for everybody. Okay.
Yeah. I also think there's just so many problems in that whole industry as a whole.
Yeah.
There's and I remember there was a commercial for a place that was in Minnesota, and I didn't understand it as a kid, but they'd be like, no glass, and I'm like, what glass? Like, they don't have glasses, like cups, but it was glass on
glass
the
around the people. Yeah.
Yes. Nancy says my ex used to go, and it was great because he came home to me and he was wonderful to me. I wasn't jealous at all. See? You
Nancy,
found someone else.
Thank you. I found somebody, me and Linda, and we found Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. It would be a waste of money for me too, but so is the casino, but I still like it and I haven't been. Have I mentioned that date? It's coming on a year, March 11th. It was the last time these hands ever touched a poker machine. And okay, let's get that vaccination now, shall we?
Yes. Okay. All right. Keep going on the Nan note. So they're sitting there, they're talking. She shared a lot of information. Yara doesn't understand why, but she's just like, and he also is this, and he's also that. And did you know he can't read? Like, she just kept piling on to Jovi's plate.
It was so sad. And this is the only person she has in town that she sort of knows to do anything with. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and that's
she doesn't know her, Nana. This is the first time they've ever met.
No.
Yes, when she got in the car, they had never met before. And if you notice, I thought it was a little strange because I thought maybe they would wait a little bit of time, but maybe due to filming, it was the next day or the day of, it seemed like they met up to get pedicures. So she wasn't alone very long. He had just left to go to work.
No, he had just left because she had said, what time did the plane leave? And she said 7 a.m. or something like that. So it had just, you're right, it had just happened. Here I'm thinking that she had met them. She has not met them yet. Oh, okay.
I know of. I could be wrong. Let me know if I am in the chat, you guys. If Nan,
I don't remember them meeting, but I just assume they did.
I think they said in this episode they've never met.
Okay, that's kind of weird then. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that about the guy you're going out with.
But it's hilarious.
And he slept with all of them. Oh, goody.
Yeah. Well, this is the kind of guy she's getting involved with, someone who, his priorities are partying. His priorities are, it seems to be not non-committal partying, so just meeting lots of different exotic dancers, drinking, and then drinking again. But, he does keep a good job, so that's good, but it's going to take more than the $130K job to keep this relationship afloat.
Yeah. Yeah, it really will. And his mom, she said, he told her, well, you can call my mom and you guys can get together, even though that's an hour out. And she doesn't even know where she's going yet. She doesn't know the town. She doesn't like New Orleans at all.
She doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, isn't that sad? Oh, honey, get yourself a bike. A bike would be great going down Bourbon Street. I think.
I don't know. She said she's like walked in barf already or something. Didn't she say that this episode? Like people are throwing up at noon. And she's like, well, who are these people that are getting so drunk by 11 a.m.? Like people.
Oh, yeah. And urinating in the streets
Well,
or the.
it's a lot of tourism too. So
Oh,
most of the
right.
people who live there aren't treating it like that. It's the
No.
a-holes that go to just party there that are peeing in their streets. You know,
Urinating and defecating in the streets and the halls of the White House, whatever.
Never.
Andrew, let's go to Andrew, shall we? Because Andruff, thank you. Who said that
Yes.
to us? Who's
Legally Leah.
Legally Leah. That was the funniest damn thing we've heard.
Mhm.
This guy, I mean, he's not the brightest bulb, needless to say. And she is in a detention center in Mexico City. She got detained at the airport because he demanded that they meet in Mexico. They're going to have 2 weeks where they were going to be isolated and then come over to the United States. And well, it didn't work out like that. And he talked to her dad. That was hurtful. The dad is so distraught. He doesn't know where his daughter is. He doesn't know what's happening to her. She's not answering her phone. She's detained. That's all they know. He doesn't know who to call. He just keeps getting mad because people are hanging up on him. He's probably dialing the incorrect number.
What an idiot, though, because this was her dad knew, like, this was such a bad time to make her travel to Mexico during the pandemic. Maybe it's a global pandemic. Maybe you might have to reapply for your 90-day visa and not put her at this great risk. Because, of course, little white Andrew coming in from Redlands, California, they're like, come on in. And then, Egyptian, I believe she's Egyptian, she gets stopped at the border and gets put in a detention center. And, Amira, I forgot her name for a second. She, we haven't heard anything from her. And Andruff is just there. He's got, his best, what are those shoes called? He's a whole mess with his cargo shorts. He's got his button-up shirt, and then he has those not clogs, but you know what I'm saying, like garden shoes that everyone wears.
Yeah.
What are those called?
Oh, come on. Not clogs, but trogs. No, they got holes in them.
Trolleys. Holy shoes.
Come
you
on.
guys know
Somebody on the
say it in the chat.
Going to be able to say it. I can't think. I read away. I thought Bruno Mali. Isn't that the name of the shoes from OJ?
I don't know. Not. Jacqueline says, Nana, his hair is greasier than ever. So gross. So gross.
Just get in a shower. You have a hotel room. You can't clean up Crocs. Thank you, Ina. Oh my God. Why couldn't I think of Crocs?
Also, to make her go to a country where he doesn't even speak the language. He doesn't even speak basic Spanish, so he can't have communication with these people. Why put her and even yourself at that risk of traveling during a pandemic to possibly get stopped? And then I bet you she speaks more Spanish than he does. He just comes in it so arrogantly American. Like, I'll just go to Mexico. And then when his significant other, his soon-to-be wife, needs him the most, he's like, hola.
I know.
El baño, caca.
Caca, doo-doo, caca, poo-poo. Yeah, he didn't know any of it.
Usted huele como caca. Why do they keep hanging up on me?
I know why.
It's horrible. Yeah.
It's like calling T-Mobile trying to find out, why is my bill so high? Yeah. None of them can speak English either. And I know they can, but they just hang up on you anyway. They don't want to take the call. Okay.
Nobody wants to hear complaints. Like people.
I know. That's right.
But yeah, this dad, I feel for him. My heart breaks for him because his daughter,
heartbreaking.
He loves her so much, and it's like, Andruff, you're never. And I'm looking at Andruff. I'm like, Andruff's never gonna love her as much as her dad loves her, which is so sad.
Andruff is never gonna get any better than this girl here, and he knows it. And yes, Nikki, he is a man baby, is right.
Also, Ina says, why would he not get a translator? Exactly. You are associated with the show. You got a little bit of money. You and your mom's big daycare business.
You could write it off.
You could write it off. Get a translator. Get someone to help you. But just leaving her hanging in there. And his dad, you can tell he wants to come through the phone and strangle his dandruff head.
Yes, and you're right. Just greasy is she. I don't care for this guy. And I hope she turns around once she gets out of detention and goes home. I hope she goes home. And
I
what
hope she
about
does.
Lori and Connie? And who are they? One's their mom, but is the other one the sister?
Remember
They
the
call-
sister? She's getting married and she's having a baby or something, and she's devastated he won't be at the shower.
That's right. Oh, how soon we forget.
They're like, let us help you. We don't speak Spanish either, so no one can help anyone in this situation. But Andruff,
No.
I thought he was going to go for a swim or something. I'm thinking, if this MFer
Oh, yeah.
goes
Oh, he
down.
will be. He will be. He kept looking over at the pool. I go, yeah, he's on vacation. What does he know? You know?
I know.
Sorry, you're in detention. So the mom and sister, how are you? He's got 42 days before the visa expires.
Mhm.
And he's just mad about that he won't have the time with her. How about worrying about what's happening to her and where the hell is she? He feels hopeless and powerless. You are, and you will be your whole life.
Nana has predicted your future, Andrew.
Yes, this is your future. Give me your palm. I just know he smells terribly, Zoe's mom was saying. You got to know it. I mean,
He looks like he's just in a constant state of BO. It never leaves him. He could use all the dial. You know he's a bar soap guy too. You know it. It's just, there's a problem
I
here.
like bar soap. And when I come to your house, you never have any. And I say, well, Joleen, where's your dial or something? Oh, no, we use body wash. I like Irish Spring or Dial soap. I am totally there. But sorry.
This guy though, he's just like a straight dial guy. Just a straight dial. Just one pad on each pit. Doesn't even touch the bum. I guarantee he thinks it's self-cleaning. I don't like him.
I don't care for him. He is hopeless. He is powerless. He calls her father. When he called the father, like we said, that was just horrible. And he says, I just don't know where my daughter is. And he couldn't help.
No. He said he doesn't know. He doesn't know any Spanish. He isn't smart enough, like Ina message, to ask for a translator, or the show, who everyone's saying in the chat most likely definitely has translators.
And when you're saying translators, are you saying a person or one of those box things that you can plug in? Let me ask what I'm saying.
A person, I think.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? See, I thought it was, didn't somebody else have one of those things that, was it David? Poor David, he would plug that in and try to talk to that fake
Russian
blonde girl.
Yes. Troll. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, troll. She was a troll. Pretty troll, but she's a troll. Now, let's get off of them now. Bye-bye. Yes. We're going to Rebecca and Zayed.
Zayed.
I always say it wrong. Zayed. I even tried to do it phonetically when I wrote it. This is a mess. Right from the get-go. He doesn't seem excited about being in America. He seems lambasted with her daughter and her fiance, but they're just looking after Rebecca because this is her third go-around with someone not from the States. Mm-hmm. And the other two did her dirty, and the last one took all her money. So what does she do? She tries it again.
I actually thought Zayed seemed kind of excited. He didn't look too bad. I mean, okay, so she wants to go to the airport to pick him up, but she doesn't want her daughter and her daughter's fiance to come in with her, but they do because they have a lot of questions. But here's my problem with this whole, we got a lot of questions. My mom's an idiot. We get it. We know Rebecca, not the sharpest tool in the 50-year-old shed for sure.
Oh my God. Yes.
The first night he gets here is not the night. This is not the time, you guys. And give it a minute. Your mom, don't bail her out anymore if this stuff happens. I know that's easier said than done because my mom doesn't go find people online in other countries who are 20-some years their junior.
Honey, I'm not dead yet. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with that. Run with that one.
But I actually thought they were too intense. I think the fiance of the daughter is a bit much. Okay. Calm it down there, Hercules. You're not scaring anybody. If anything, my money would be on Zayed if there was a little bit of a scuffle, because this guy just looks permanently annoyed. Which fine.
With the permanent. Before. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not your mom. Calm down. And I thought Zayed was just getting ambushed, and he doesn't speak great English yet. He speaks pretty well, though.
I thought he did well, but
Rebecca, it's her. They should be questioning Rebecca because she's the adult. She's the mom in this situation, even to Zayed. He's 27. He's gonna be a tool because most 27-year-old men, especially in situations like this, still have a lot of growing up to do. You know, Rebecca's 49. She should be at her peak, at the point where she just knows shit. She's making moves, but she's not. So question Rebecca, not Ziad. Are you going to get a job? How is he going to get a job? He just got here.
He just got here.
She bought him a gaming system. So no, he's going to drink Mountain Dew, masturbate, and game while she's not there, and probably talk to younger women, because that's what 27-year-old dudes like this do.
It's a full day. It's a full day.
It's a full day. Indie Girl, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Indie Girl.
Bonnie, thank you.
Bonnie, thank you. Super sticker. We love you, Bonnie. But you know what? What I liked about this, exactly the 90 day, is this time they put on there, and I don't know it's because of the COVID, the pandemic, but they put on dates. Like when we were talking about Yara and Jovi, that was December of 2019. So they were putting dates on things.
Probably because of COVID, because it's been a while to tell the difference between how it is then to now. Or if people wonder, why aren't they wearing a mask? Or why are they doing this? Or why are they doing that? Or why were you guys traveling? You know.
Well, Andrew, I mean, that was June of 2020. He should have been wearing a mask, or
that was in the height of the like we're still in it, but that was like peak, where you definitely shouldn't have been traveling, and you definitely should not have been traveling. I'm sure Mexico was like, we don't want these American numbers. Get out of here.
That's exactly right. So I can see why. I can probably understand. I don't know why they didn't detain him, though. So we're talking about Rebecca here, and this is March of 2020. When it first started breaking, at least it did here in the United States, where we were hearing about it. Granted, some people in our country knew about it in January and chose not to tell us. But here's March, and we're finally finding out about this. So,
Nana, what about Brianna's comment here? What is with everyone wanting to go out and do stuff right after they get off a 10-hour flight, right? He just traveled internationally. Like, they're like, we're going to go get some drinks and food at a shitty bar. You didn't even bring him somewhere. You brought him to the big Buck Hunter bar. You didn't even bring him to like a nice restaurant or anything to like, here, come sit at an indoor picnic table by Buck Hunter while it goes off in your ear and eat some fried cheese. But I mean, I guess that is a pretty good introduction to America.
I would be happy with that. I would. I'm sorry, but you're right. He did say he'd like to go home, wherever his home is, you know. He doesn't even know yet. It's the warehouse that she's rented, and he has one chair and a couple dishes. So he wanted to go there, and once he sees it, he's gonna want to rest.
A mattress on the ground too, and shitty folded clothes. This is a 49-year-old woman who threw her clothes up in the closet like I did when I was 22. Do you know what I mean? Like she just
I do.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I do have a pile of clothes back there I have to put away. So I know I'm being quite judgy for someone who needs to put some shit away. But if someone was coming to visit, like if even Nana, especially if Nana was coming, I would make sure it was nice and folded and put away. And she's like, he's
always have. But I'm not judgmental. You're not saying that.
No, I'm saying I care about you and I want it to look nice for you.
But if you had clothes there, what would I do? I would like to fold them. I'd like to feel needed. And that's all we want in our life.
You, Nana, I love when you visit for multiple reasons, but mostly, well, not mostly, I shouldn't say that.
That's okay.
For a lot of reasons, it's because you always want to do my laundry and help me with stuff.
I just love laundry. It's just such a, everybody leaves you alone and you just have the hum of the dryer. It's okay. It's kind of that white noise people talk about. I like it.
Sly M gives us a $5 super chat. Thank you. First time catching you live. Love you both. Nana makes me want to live in Minnesota.
Oh, that's so Sly M, tell me where you live. I'd like to know. You have kind of an Eastern look about you as far as like New York, something very classy.
Like cool.
Let's see if I'm wrong.
Cool. Yes. So now like Nana says, he's got to go to his warehouse apartment, which I think is cool. I like this apartment. I would totally live in an apartment like this. I know Nana's like, no, we're not doing that. But I like it. Now for 49-year-old Rebecca, I don't know.
The problem with this apartment is her last boyfriend or husband or whatever, the last person that she brought over to America, she lived in this same apartment building. And he doesn't know that. But when he finds out, he's not going to be happy because he's a real jealous type. And when you first get together, get rid of that jealousy. That jealousy should go out the door at about 34. You should get to know yourself by then and screw that jealousy stuff, you know?
Okay. So when he's 34, when everyone's 34, you shouldn't be jealous anymore. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I think that's a good barometer. 34, 35 max. Because after that, things start to fall apart on you. You're not looking 30s are the best for women. Don't get me wrong. Okay, maybe 40. You should stop. But the jealousy, it doesn't work for anybody.
Anna, you're scaring me because I turned 40 last year. I'm about to turn 41 in February, and you're like, everything's downhill. But I do.
No, I'm just saying things change. I mean, you look great. Wow, I'm not going to be able to get out of there. I live in Miami, Florida, but I'm obsessed with the Mall of America. That a girl. That's what we like to hear. But I knew it was east. Didn't I say east? Now that's east of us.
You're so smart. Okay? You're so smart.
I just knew she had a worldly look about her and very with it. You know, the hairdo, everything about her. Okay.
Just cool. Nana thinks she look cool.
Very cool. Rebecca acts like a silly schoolgirl. And I think that's what just turns me off. You know, this little giggling and, oh, he just loves me so much. And we just met. And, please, please. You know, take a good look at yourself and decide that these younger guys are not for you. Find somebody here in the States, somebody who's your age or a little older, somebody who's got some stability, what you don't have.
A 401k, Nana. Because
yes,
you better believe Rebecca, she's got to keep doing this show because I don't think she has any kind of, I don't think she has a plan for the future, you know?
No, and even in your 40s, if I could take myself at 66 and go back to 40, I'd say, put that money away. You're going to need it later. Put that money away. You're going to need it later. But I was out having fun, selling your clarinet to have some more fun. So anyway.
Yeah, I do remember the missing clarinet.
Yeah. And then Zoe's mom saying, I still have jealous moments. I'm 44. That goes away. You know, it doesn't go away soon enough, Zoe. It just doesn't. I mean, we get excited because we just do. I said to Linda, I went to Menards and we have to get a new toilet cover for the back of the toilet. And I says, I think the guy wanted me. And she, why
do you think?
Why is that? And I said, because he walked me back to the other toilets and took a lot of time with me. And I thought, Nana,
loving the toilet section.
Nana, you still got it.
Why are you trying to cheat on Papa in the toilet section of the hardware store?
Because he left me with this guy and said, I'll be in lumber. Okay. So there I'm there trying to explain to the guy what we need and why this one didn't work and get my paperwork out. I'm returning this one. I need to get another one. Anyway, but he spent a lot of time with me. He was very nice. And, you can tell when somebody thinks you're like, hi there. But anyway. Oh, no, he was about as hot as me. No, that's what I mean.
Nana, you're hot.
Oh,
is he your age?
I think he's probably younger by about 2 years.
Am I going to get a new daddy? Do I have a new dad coming my way?
Honey, if he's working at Menards, I'm hoping to God that he's already retired and this is a second job. But, nothing wrong with Menards. I'm just saying,
Okay.
But you know that feeling, ladies, when somebody's paying a lot of attention to you and you're going, wow. So
Nana, he took you to the toilet.
He took me to the toilets.
Because he left me with this guy and said, I'll be in lumber. Classic.
But isn't that a guy? Like, you explain what we need and I'll be in lumber. So there I'm standing there going, I hate this stuff. I hate being the gopher. Go run and get me this part and this part. And then you get there. And before there was cell phones and you're bringing home the wrong part. Now we got cell phones and going, is it 16th inch threaded? I hate being that person. So I thought, well, I might as well make the best of it. How you doing? Yeah. Anyway.
I love your toilet lumber love, Nana. I can't wait to meet my new dad.
He's very nice. He's very nice. We could go on keto together. He's a little chubbier. And that's, okay. I like more chubby than what your dad is.
You want a bigger guy than dad. You're looking for
I
some
look
more
smaller then. You got to look at the dimensions. Yeah, I look smaller. You put me with
I like a tall guy. And I also like when we do the selfie, I don't want to be the one to hold the camera. I want him to hold it so that I can kind of hide next to him and appear smaller. And I made Chell do that the other day because normally I hold it, and they made him do it. He goes, I don't like the way I look. I go, welcome to my world.
That's right. Sorry. Just like I have a white blouse on, but I thought if I put a black scarf over it, I appear smaller through the shoulders. Okay.
You do. You're so petite.
Thank you. No one ever said that to me in my whole life. So anyway, they went out for drinks. They were on this poor guy. I felt bad for him. Her daughter, and soon to be son-in-law, which they don't mention when they're getting married. They're just always forever fiancé. Forever
that
fiancé.
son-in-law has some very interesting hobbies that we recently saw on the news.
Say that again now. Say that again.
No, I'm just saying he looks like the future son-in-law looks like the type of guy that we just saw in the news. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm not impressed with him. I'm not impressed with his early judgment of Zied and all this stuff. I'm like Shania Twain. That don't impress me much. Okay. I'm not impressed.
You know Shania's real name, don't you?
Eileen.
Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, so he has fried cheese, and he wanted to have a moment. You could tell where he bit into the mozzarella stick. I want to call everything a cheese curd, but it was clearly a mozzarella stick.
Yes.
They're in Georgia, and he thought he would get that long cheesy thing, but they took him to such a shitty buck hunter bar that it just bit off. Like it wasn't even a good mozzarella stick that you can stretch.
It wasn't smooth. It wasn't cheesy like Minnesota Scani, it's not like our cheese. So we leave them in love. He's going
to go to the apartment and he's going to see, wow, I left my mom and my family and my best friends and everything I know and is important to me for this.
I know.
A bed on the floor.
And his mother and father and family, they just love him like crazy. You can tell. I love what Stacia had to say. Shane, when he drops her off at Menards, no one ever hits on her. Well, honey, you have to go into the right departments. That's all I got to say.
Ina said Nana wants someone thicker than a Snicker.
Like a butterfinger. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going on to Hazel and Tarek. Are we saying that right? Tariq. Yep. Let's get them. That's them. There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
Virginia Beach, Virginia. Okay. She has got tons of clothes. She comes over here. The place is full of her clothes. And she said, don't you have any clothes? And then he points to this little pile in the corner that looked pathetic. Said, yeah, my clothes are right there. Now she's got a lot to get used to here. She's left her son. Now we find out that she has custody of her son only 1 day a week. Husband has custody full time, and she has 1 day a week.
Wow, I missed that in this episode. That's how much custody she has. So how does she ever think that the kid's going to get over here then?
Honey, I live in a delusional world. There is no way that this dad is going to give him the blessing to take the son to America. It's not going to happen.
I wonder why he has full custody. Well, I don't know how it is in different countries either. We're just used to the United States where normally the woman has the custody, and if you don't, then it's like, well, what happened?
You tell me not to slut shame. That's mom shaming. Warning. Warning.
Okay.
His daughter. That's all right. That's all right. You always check me on that slut shaming, even though they deserve it. Ari is autistic, his daughter, and she's just as cute as can be, and she warms up to her right away, which tells me children know a good person. So I want to say this person.
Cute.
I know she's adorable. And at first shy. Okay, most kids are usually shy at first, but she warmed right up to her. So that tells me that she's a good person. I think it's nice that he had all these friends over to more or less to welcome her. And one of them gave her a scarf. Was it a scarf?
That was nice.
I thought that was so sweet. I thought this is so nice. This is like, welcome to America. Welcome, that you can tell that they really like Tarek or Tarek, whatever his name is, that they're close. And I thought that was nice. She gets the scarf. They're all eating barbecue. I thought that looked delicious.
But again, would you have people over if your house was as clean as his?
Put the dishes away. First, wash them. There you go.
Tell us everything he did wrong with that party, please. As someone who throws good parties and cleans, what did he do wrong? Put
the dishes away. There wasn't one candle lit. Not one.
Not one. You have guests over.
You have guests
Light
over.
a damn candle.
Light that damn candle and light it now. My dad, I mean, he used to always say to me, you have so many candles around here, you could start your own church, which is true. I love my candles. But at Dad's house, what he used to do, he'd light those air wicks. You know, you pull them up and you'd make the house smell nice. But when I'd go to pick him up for a doctor's appointment or something, I'd have to wheel him all around his house. He was in a wheelchair. And he'd say, I have to push down on these things. Let's push these air wicks down. I go, why, Dad? Nobody's here to smell them. I don't want to waste them. So it's that kind of upbringing that it's that kind of upbringing, you know? So I found myself doing funny things like that, if you will.
Yeah, like telling us as kids if we tried to light a candle or something, there's no company, don't waste a wick.
There isn't. We're not wasting candles on just the family. Are you kidding? I don't have to look good for you guys, but I look really good in candlelight.
But his friends are, so genuine and so sweet. They deserve to come over and the kitchen is clean. And if they're all going to stand there and they're going to eat, make sure your counters, everything's off it. Like Nana said, put your dishes away. There's too much clutter. Even when Hazel was up in his room and she was trying to figure out where to put all her clothes, he was like, well, my stuff's here, Ari's stuff's here. It's kind of all over the place. And you definitely need some organization because it's gross.
That would drive me nuts, you know, and I didn't know about all these other things that people have. Like, what is that thing that you say you think you and I have? ADT? What is it? Well,
I do have ADHD. Okay. I think you have ADD for sure. Yeah, too. I think I got it from you.
I didn't know any of that stuff. I just know that's just the way I was. You know, I didn't put a name on it and I didn't put initials behind my name. This is just the way I am. I like a clean house. I just find it odd when you go to someone's house. They know you're coming.
Would that be OCD?
And what is that? What's that?
Obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't think you have OCD. And I'm totally diagnosing you with no experience in the field and also no degree.
All right. And so what do I have? What is it that I have?
Well, I think we both have ADD. I know I do because I've been diagnosed for a long time, but.
Well, I don't know. I've never been diagnosed like that, but I do know that I would do strange things as a kid. Like if I was walking down the street and I saw a rock that looked like another rock, I would go kick it over to the other rock because I thought they were family and they should be together. Now, I'm not sure what that says about a person, but I think we should all live life happy. Okay. Yeah, and when I walk with your dad, I'll always pick up one rock on our walk. And he goes, what's that for? And I says, I just like to bring back like a memory of our walk. And then when I get to the front, then I put it in the rest of the rocks by the front door. I don't know what that is.
That's nice. That's a nice thing. I would say if you feel compelled, like you always have to, you could have a little bit of OCD, or I would have the kind of OCD when I was going through like a heightened state of anxiety and stuff where I had to, the last thing I looked at had to be a good thing because I had like the superstitious OCD, or I had to touch the remote in a certain pattern. Otherwise someone would die or everything would go wrong in my life. I don't know.
I understand that. If I fold my underwear one way, it's going to be a good day. And pile them up nice. I got new underwear too, by the way. That was exciting. It was a big day over here.
Listen, so now all since I was younger and going to therapy and whatever, and you guys are like, oh, you're fine, you're just hungry. And I'm like, no, they said that I'm this or that. You were right about the one thing. But I think now we can agree that this is a family of OCD, ADD, anxiety.
I think so too. I haven't had a lot of anxiety since I quit work, since I've been retired. And that seemed to really help me mentally, physically, everything. After, once you go into work for how many years, 32, 34 years, whatever I was there, you start to feel hatred, and you shouldn't feel hatred towards your job. And certainly it's time to leave. And I had a good friend, Kathy, that I worked with for years. And she said, you'll know it. Because she says, I knew it when I would go home and I'd drive across the Lafayette Bridge and I'd start to cry. And she says, when I was doing that day in and day out, every time I'd be going to work crying, leaving crying. She goes, I knew it was time and you'll know it too. And I did. Before anybody got hurt, before I said something that was terribly silly, that's when you know it's time to retire. So
good to know. So as soon as I start crying, to and from work, and I want to murder my coworkers. Then it's time to go.
When you feel like you could hurt someone, and
So
it's not
yesterday, I should have retired yesterday.
Well, I know we all need our money. We all need our, if you can get a retirement plan, great. But we all need to make money to survive. I'm just saying it just came at the most perfect time for me because I was just turning 62 the next month, and I could collect the Social Security and the retirement, both of which I needed in order to get the hell out. And it was a nice thing. So OCD, ADD, we all have anxiety. Sounds like a song. It does. Country Western song. OCD and ADD and all of their children were dead. Yeah, it does. It sounds like a country Western song.
Get it, Nana.
Hazel, I like her. I think he's expecting a lot from her because right away he said if she's not getting together and if she doesn't get along with Ari, his daughter, then she's gone. It was as simple as that.
Which I love that.
I liked it because he's putting his daughter before any.
We don't always see it on this show.
No, we don't. We never see it. That's usually it's this, oh, I'm so in love. That goes away, kids. Wait,
Nana, how come everything goes away? My body's going to fall apart. I'm going to want rock families. I got to close the wick. Love goes away. All of a sudden, there's going to come to a point where I'm not in love. I don't care if you're at strip clubs. Why am I even alive, Nana?
It's a different kind of love. It's a caring love. And it's so much more romantic than a lustful love.
Oh, okay.
It just is. And,
Man, this Menards guy's got you twisted. Like you are all my new toilet daddy is putting ideas in your head, and I don't know if I like it. I'm just gonna say that.
I call him my teddy bow man.
Oh,
okay. So she's meeting his friends, and that's nice. The friends seem genuine. Someone else said that on the chat, and they do. They seem genuine. But another thing he done is picked up some of those shoes. You don't need to have every pair of shoes you own by the back or front door.
You should not be there. You should have one pair max, especially when companies come over. When you're just by yourself, casually do whatever you want.
Nobody cares then. But
there,
when their first impression is 400 pairs of shoes stacked up by your no.
Well, also, did you find it interesting that his friend said, "I used to live below him"? So I don't know. So is she insinuating that he was doing a lot of banging, and
that's
so
exactly
he likes
a
flavor of the week? So I don't know how he's going to be in this situation.
That's exactly what she meant. And once she said it, it was one of those things, and we've all been there. She wished she could take it back. She had that look on her face, like, "Oh God, maybe I shouldn't have said that." Or maybe I want more time on the camera. I'm not sure which one she thought.
I love that she said it because I want to hear all the dirt, all the tea behind Tariq and his. And is he banging girls in the bedroom when it looks like that? Ugh.
I think some girls don't care. I think some girls don't care. So
I would look around and be like, "I gotta go."
Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, gotta go. Let's go to Stephanie and Ryan. Okay. Stephanie, you are a mess. You're too old for this crap, and you should know better. This guy has taken you to the cleaners. He's got 57 watches from you. You're paying his salary, and he doesn't even know it. You're paying for the rent for his folks' house. You're sending money and things all the time.
She's cuckoo bananas, Nana. The more we get to know Stephanie, she lost something along the way. Maybe she was drinking toilet bowl cleaner, something. There are synapses that aren't synapsing. Is that a thing? There's things that aren't connecting in her head. And she's like, "Ryan." I think maybe she wanted to be a mommy, and cat mommy isn't enough for her. I understand that because, there's times when I'm like, I should just be a mommy, but I'll just hold my cat like a baby and sing to her. So now she wants to raise Ryan. But when she's like, every time they have a conversation, she's like, "Damn it, Ryan." It sounds like his mom. Who wants to bang your mom? Nobody. I mean, I'm sure people want to bang you, Nana. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but who? No, stop it. Nobody who wants. That's ridiculous. This age difference is ridiculous. 27, and what is she? 50 something, and she's successful in her business. She's successful.
27.
I love when she keeps calling him and it goes right to voice messaging, voicemail. And this messaging stuff is going to throw me for a loop. Linda called me today and we talk. And I call Linda and then we talk.
Also, shout out to our adorable little Lucy. Hi,
Oh,
Lucy.
Sarah Lunzer. Hi, Joe. Hi, Nana. Hi.
You should be in bed. It's 8:30, little lady.
She's on her mom's phone, isn't she?
Yes, she
Hi,
is.
honey. Hi.
Shout
No,
out
we're not.
to Lucy. She loves her shout outs.
Oh, we love you, Lucy. You are so much fun. And I'm not replacing Papa. Don't get any ideas. Papa's still here. We're still happy. We're just talking little trash. And you should go to bed because what time is it here?
8:30 something.
Okay. Come on, honey. Get to bed. But we love you. And thank you for checking in, honey. And she even knows how to get on the chat. That's something I haven't been able to do. I used to be able.
So we can play house, Lucy. Call us tomorrow.
Yes. We want to play house. We love that.
So if you guys don't know, what we're talking about is Little Loose Goose, and you guys know Lucy, obviously, from the channel. My 6-year-old niece, Nana's 6-year-old granddaughter, she has, under her mom's account, she'll leave comments on my videos and be like, "Hi, Joe, I love you." And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like texting with my little 6-year-old, because she doesn't have her own phone, obviously, because she's 6. And now she knows how, like Nana says, to join the live chat.
She knows how to join the live, and I haven't been able to do that for a while. I can see the chat, but I can't, say any, or put my comments in like I used to be able to. I don't know what I did. But if we have problems with our phone and stuff, we talk to Lucy. Lucy knows.
No, Lucy she's so, I love Lucy. She's hilarious. She's just like the best.
She is. Lucy and Frankie, they just make me smile. And it's so funny because she rules the roost. And she gets up on her mom's phone and she says, "You have to be quiet now." And I go, "Why do we have to be quiet?" She says, "Frankie's coming up the steps." And then you hear Frankie come up the steps and he's 3 and he goes, "Lucy, I'm not going to bother you. I'm just going to my bedroom."
Because we call it the F word. When Frank's coming, she's like, "Oh, the F, you can't say it. It's the F word." Because she likes to just have her chats with us. And then Frank has his own chats with us. They like to, she needs her own alone time.
That's
and
right.
We understand that. But Frankie, the other day, Nana, I was talking to her and we play Lucy's YouTube channel sometimes. And then she does her YouTube show. I watch, I'm the fan, I'm the biggest fan, and I comment like, "I love you, Lucy." And I ask her questions and she answers them in the next video that she does. And it's super awesome and cool. And then Frankie, I hear him coming up and she's like, "Oh, be quiet, Joleen, don't say anything." And I hear Frank and he goes, "Lucy, I'm not going to bother you. I just brought you your boots." He brought her winter boots to her bedroom. And then he goes, "Have fun."
Oh, I know. She's got him trained, before he just kind of rush her, and want the phone. And now it's like, "Oh, no,
I'm not going to bother you.
Not going to bother you.
Bring her your winter boots." Like she needs those in her
You
bedroom.
can just tell she's the oldest. I was like that with my brother and sisters, and I was kind of mean, but she is. She's a lot of fun. So Lucy, if you're still on, honey, go to bed. Everybody loves you. Everybody's talking about you on the chat. We love you. It's grown-up stuff. Trust me. So I like how Stephanie's calling him. And then it says 6 hours later. She goes, "That's it. I'm going to give you one more chance." Oh my God. Otherwise he's going to timeout. What? This time he really said to her, you're crazy. That's just about what he said. You're crazy.
You're calling me crazy? It's like everyone in America is, and I know you shouldn't say that, but you look like a cuckoo pants when you're like talking to your cat who you're feeding in your bed, who you're saying, "Are you ready for Daddy Ryan to come and sleep on your side of the bed, Daddy Ryan?" It's cringy, Nana.
It's creepy. I started with that C word too. Creepy, cringy. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I don't have time for her. I love to see what she dresses in. Now, did anybody see the outfit that she had on, which I thought was fabulous? It had like a little lace going over her bodice. She has no bra because it showed on the back. It was sheer. She had no bra. And you couldn't see her boobs hanging at all. So she must have had work done.
Look at that face, Nana. She's definitely had the boobs done. If you do that much to your face, you're getting the areolas lifted as well.
Oh, she had a lift because she has a great body. She dresses very cool, very stylish. She reminds me of how Rhoda would dress back in the 70s. Very with it. Love that white outfit. I was just picturing myself in it, and I was thinking, and there they hang underneath the lace. That would be so pretty. Something to wear to our state fair. Jill is here. Thank you, Jill. Hi, honey.
Yay.
And let's
out.
Let's do a shout out to Jill. Jill, happy birthday yesterday. She had a wonderful birthday, she said. And Jill has an Etsy shop. So if you're in the mood to do a little shopping, because when we're at home and we're just getting a little down and you want to go on Etsy, it's Jilly G Designs. Go to Jilly G Designs. And she makes beautiful stationery. She does all her own artwork. She's very talented, and she has earrings and bracelets. And
guess
Jilly
who got her peace cards?
Oh, did you get your cards? Linda got hers too. I just love them.
So search Jilly G Designs on Etsy, and you will find Jilly G in Minnesota. She has a great Etsy shop. We always support it here on 90 Day with Nana and Married to Bravo.
Yes, we do. All right. So, Jilly, thank you for joining us. Last time she says I wrote in the comments and I said, Jilly, no, you didn't, because we didn't see it. Not calling out, like, no, you didn't.
Nana, dragging your friend.
My circle of friends are getting smaller and smaller. I better be nice to everybody. But yeah, Jilly, I didn't see it last time. I did see it this time. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So we leave Stephanie and Ryan's telling her she's crazy. And she is, and she's still giving him a shot. She's still opening the door for him. Are you kidding? The guy said, guy has not been taking your calls for hours. Where do you think he is? I know.
Yeah. I know. And then it's almost sad how he's like, I'm working so hard. And it's like, oh, and he thinks he has something and he doesn't, because he thinks I got this job. I can get by on my own. Like, kind of like, I don't need you. Almost like he's ready to maybe part ways. And really she's paying for it. And he's going to find out through this show.
I know that she's got a friend where he lives. Is this Belize? Okay, Belize. And she's got a friend that works at a big shot at this resort and got him a job and said, please give him a job and I'll pay for his salary. Oh my God. I have never had anybody love me that much that would do that. Have you? I mean, seriously, not even the toilet guy at Menards.
You would do that for me, Nana. I'm just putting it out there because I want you to do that for me.
No, honey, it's mommy and daddy's turn now. Remember we had this talk? Remember Diana Ross? It's my turn. Okay. Michael and Natalie. Let's go to Michael and Natalie.
Let's get to this hot mess express. Look at these two losers.
She is talking to her mom. Mom asked if she's wearing her ring. The wedding is up in the air. And she is not a happy camper. All she does is clean. I'm just a housewife. Well, what did you think when you came to the United States? What were you going to do? What were you going to do with your life? Just getting married isn't the end all.
Live in a big city.
Yes, and you're out in the country and you got his, cousin, but really they call him uncle. You pushed him out of the house. Shame on you. Go home. You don't belong there. And Michael, you don't know how to treat her. So you don't deserve anybody. So, and we don't have a whole lot to say after that because there wasn't much with them this time. And now we've gone through every one of them. You tell me if I missed somebody, and I'm going to tell you, no, I did not.
No, and we see that coming up, we have these two faves with the serial killer mom, but no, other than that. But I do want to hit on a couple things with Michael and Natalie. Okay. Michael and Natalie. So she again is complaining that, like Nana said, that she's at home, and she talks to her mom and she says that she can't tell her mom the truth because she wants her mom only has so much time left on this earth. She's already put an expiration date on her mom, and she can't truly share with her true feelings. So she's pretending she's like, oh, he must be very romantic. She's like, yeah, he's really romantic. But the more I look at this house, the more I'm like, oh, Mike, you got some repairs to do. But she's definitely ungrateful. Yeah. She is starting to get him to transition into this like 1 week on meet, 1 week off meet. And I thought they had a bigger scene in this episode, Nana, of those two.
I didn't
together.
I thought that was last week. I'm sorry if I'm wrong on this one, but I just saw her talking to her mom. She
they definitely.
and Zoe's mama saying, "Oh my God, she's a miserable person," and she is. She doesn't find joy in anything. I mean, time to go home.
She thought, I really do think that. Well, first of all, you guys are completely right. She doesn't. They don't like each other. He doesn't like her. She's
No.
like, the fact that he won't give her the ring is just, more proof of that. They're
Yeah.
definitely in this paycheck for the 90-day fame or something, because that's all I can think of. Mike's got issues, but she's got even more issues.
Yes.
And there was this moment, though, in the episode where when she was cleaning and when she didn't put all that stuff on her face, I was like, wow, Natalie's actually quite stunning. She's naturally very stunning, but then she just lines the shit out of her eyes and puts all this jazz all over the place, and it ages her, and then she looks more like the Rodney Dangerfield meme that everyone puts next to her, that they're like two in the
I haven't seen that. That's funny.
You remember?
Huh?
Yeah, I put it to you on a 90-day with Nana live. Come on, Nana. Were you drinking NyQuil that night?
No, but I sure could use something.
Well, she's okay, so the stinky closet, Nana. Remember the closet? Okay, so she wants him to clear out some space for her stuff. So she has her clothes and things, and she wants some in the drawers. So she's like, I'm gonna have to wipe them out. And he's like, why would you wipe them out? Now I do side with Natalie on, yes, clean out the drawers for sure. You got to clean that shit. We don't know what Uncle Bo put in there. We don't know what Uncle Bo let die in there. I know it's Mike's place, but Uncle Bo gets drunk a lot. He could have just randomly walked in there, opened a drawer, and Ralphed. We don't know. And Mike would let it dry, and he was like, oh, there's stucco in my drawers. So then she goes in the closet, and she's telling him, Nana, that his closet has a stink to it. Now, I'll be honest. When I look at Mike, it's kind of similar to Andruff. There's definitely a stink going on. I'm thinking kind of like a, okay, so not a BO, but when something doesn't dry all the way. So it's that kind of not stale smell,
mildew smell. Okay.
It looks like human mildew. And the way he walks and behaves, it's like he's the mildew man. That is what I'm saying.
Human mildew. All right.
So I think she wants him to clean. He's like, it smells. But I do probably think his closet does stink. Who knows? I bet you his cat, who I love his cat, and I'll never forgive Natalie for being mean to the cat. I bet his cat has brought in a couple presents in there, and Mike just,
just let him
a clean cat.
Yeah, let him. Yeah, okay.
He has one recliner, and that's his fancy. That's his fancy recliner. It's just the one. He sits in it, and that. He's that guy.
I would rather smell mothballs, but how do you get their little legs apart? Anyway,
the smell Natalie said she couldn't identify.
That's scary.
Yes. Bonnie saying expired Old Spice, dirt and nasty leather smell. Yes, speculate.
Yes. And
tell us,
Bonnie. I think you're right. Expired Old Spice. I liked Brute back in my day. If a guy smelled like Brute, that was a good smell.
Brute. Ooh. Wow.
B-R-U-T, Brute.
When I was younger, it was like all the guys wore like Aspen or Jupe. I think it was Jupe or Drakkar. Okay. And then when I got into high school, it was all about Abercrombie Woods. If you had Abercrombie Woods, it was just like the best smell on a guy for some reason. I don't know why. I've actually looked up buying Abercrombie Woods for Chell just for funsies and just spray them in it. And I found like an old bottle you can buy for like $100. I'm like, probably not. It's probably in my closet, and he never finished it.
Do you think they still sell Brute? B-R-U-T, and it came in a green plastic bottle. It was very classy.
But it stopped being classy then when I was a kid, and then it was sold at like Walgreens. When something hits the greens, it's not classy anymore. They have the designer imposter fragrances. You can still get them.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look for Brute because I'd like to start wearing it. Then I'm going back. Then I'm going back up to Menards.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's going to go spray it on Toilet Daddy. But like Ina's saying, when she said it had a smell and she couldn't identify that, there's a dead animal in that closet.
Why did I forget that? That was a big part of it. I must have dozed off or something because that's where I stopped. I don't have a lot invested in these two. At first I liked Mike, but now I'm not sure on either one of them.
Yes, it was Cool Water when I was a
I
kid.
remember Cool Water.
Shydre. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I apologize. But it was Cool Water was the shit. Like in
Oh, yes.
Cool Water, Dracar Noir, but like Cool Water, if you smell like Cool Water and what was that gum? It's before Orbits. There was just the long pieces of gum and it wasn't like
Juicy
Freedent.
Fruit?
Juicy
No.
Fruit, it was a Winter Fresh. So when Winter Fresh hit,
Oh,
Cool Water hit, so hockey boys in Minnesota were chomping on what did I say it's called? Ice.
Cool Mint?
No. Cool Water's the cologne.
Oh,
Winter
sorry.
Fresh gum. And then they were chomping on Winter Fresh, and you were just like, "Oh my god, what's happening to me in my private area?"
Yeah.
They tell me feel sick but happy. So yeah, totally.
And for the girls, we like Charlie. Charlie was a big one in the 70s. Charlie.
Well, Stacia, yes, you can still get CK1 at Walgreens. I just saw the Designer Imposter like CK1, but can you get the real CK1? Ooh,
somebody
fancy.
check on the brood for me, would you? And now this is a part of the program that I usually will do this. I sat behind this Mike D, I'll just call him Mike D, in 9th grade, and he was the first one to wear Brute. And I would sit behind him in science and just go, oh God, he smells so good, but he's dead now. So anyway.
I don't know. How do you always take us from some nice memory to he's dead now?
Well, I'm sorry. I started to sound like my dad because every conversation was, well, he's dead now. But that's what, you get to be 66 and you know some dead people.
We're going to start a new live every week where it's going to be Who's Dead Now with Nana. And you just tell us about everyone who's dead so you can get it out of your system because Nana just loves reporting on death. Shylin says, I Googled it. And yes, you can still buy Brute.
You can still buy Brute. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Check it on Amazon for me, honey. Get me a small bottle. I hate to waste.
Okay. Shane says, mental note, start wearing Brute when I see Nana. Nana, don't. Nana's going to turn Shane into Ryan then if that happens.
Shane, run, Shane. I saw that new boat you got. Run.
So yeah, so these two are just a hot mess. I mean, it's just one problem after another. And Mike is just so annoyed. He's like, oh, so now my closet smells. Oh, now you get all my drawers. Oh, now this isn't right. Oh, and Natalie can't say enough. The house is cold. It's cold. You're from the Ukraine. I want to look up what is the weather right now in the Ukraine. Okay,
yes,
but I know that's the whole
country. I always think it has to be cold.
What part of the Ukraine is she from?
I don't know.
Well, okay,
I don't.
Let's just say, from Kyiv, Kyiv, I don't know how to say it. So right now it's 25 degrees.
So
Fahrenheit.
Really, I mean, you're used to cold weather, and you're walking around with. Well, she wears long sleeves. I'll give her that.
Well, she's cold because she doesn't have any of that meat fat from an animal to bulk her up.
Come on.
The rest of us.
Come live with me for a month. I'll bulk you up, honey.
Where I am right now, it's 59 degrees. And then where she is, it's 20, or we don't know if she was from that part of Ukraine, but it's 25. Is there a warm part of the Ukraine? I clearly am showing my ignorance on the Ukraine, but let's just Google weather in Ukraine.
Weather in Ukraine. Why do you have to go to school anymore? You can just Google life.
Oh, okay. That's a Nana tip. Why do you have to go to school anymore? You can just Google life. Hopefully Lucy's still on. So
I know. I mean, I'm saying get the basics, but to go on and pay all that money, oh, sweet Jesus, you can find out anything.
Where you are right now, Nana, it's 30 degrees.
It was very nice today.
Yeah, it's a balmy.
Nice. I went out to get the mail and came back in.
Let's play Dead or Not Dead game with Nana. Ask Nana who's dead. She'll tell ya. Yes, her uterus hurts. I think she feels the coldness of Natalie wants to procreate yesterday.
Yeah.
Even if she hates the guy, she's like, put your sperm in me. She doesn't care. She just wants to have the babies in the family. And then she'll raise the baby. If she has kids with Mike, mark my words, she'll raise the baby to hate Mike. And the baby will walk up to him and go, you smell like hospital. Like it'll be a problem. Yeah, imagine how she complains when they have sex. She probably lays back like this. I imagine she just kind of closes her eyes, pretends she's not there, and she's like, That hurts. That's my leg. I don't want to move. You're heavy. I can feel the hair on your stomach. Ew, gross. That made a sound. You smell. It's mildewy. The cat's here. It scratched me. Like I could hear.
It would be constant. Yes,
It's
it would be constant. That's when I would turn up the TV.
And they would have giant babies because
They would. Mike is a big guy. Mike is a big guy.
So yeah, Nana. So we got through all the Nana notes. You killed it with the Nana notes.
I'm trying to keep it a little more condensed and, instead of this long-winded, and then she said, and then he said. So I have a hard time taking notes because it's something I never did in school. So I'm learning. At 66, I'm learning.
You're killing it, Nana. So yeah, we got through everyone. These two we didn't see. We're going to see more storyline because we've definitely seen a lot of Brandon and Julia in past episodes. And then, okay. So it looks like she's going to, they're going to, okay, he's getting naked too. They're going in the naked hot tub. I'm sure the mom isn't going to be happy about that.
Mom and dad are not home. You can bet your bottom dollar.
Yeah. So does that mean did we miss that scene? No, we didn't.
No.
That wasn't on episode, right?
No.
Mom's gonna be so jealous that she gets to be naked in the hot tub with Brandon that Julia does, and serial killer mom Bonnie doesn't. Is her name Bonnie?
Betty.
Sorry, Bonnie. Yeah. It was mostly focused on Rebecca and Zia. Then we saw the exposing of Jovi. Then we saw Stephanie cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Andruff just pacing in his Crocs, getting dandruff all over Mexico. And then these two in a dirty house. But how sweet are Tariq's friends. And then the special relationship that he has with his daughter. And Hazel seemed to, she's a mom, so she knows how to be around children.
Well, she is 1 day a week.
Yeah. And then we saw Ari, and Ari's just so adorable. And when they hugged, like I literally teared up a little bit.
I liked it. I did too.
Like this. Oh my God, I love this hug.
I liked it too. And she was all excited, and she really didn't know what to say when she first saw her. And nor should she. I think if I was Ari, I would have said, somebody pick up these shoes by the door. I almost tripped. But otherwise, I love the book, and I would give it, I'm not doing a book report. Sorry. But yeah, I like this show. I like this show.
Right. This show is just like, it's silly at this point. I don't think there's anyone this season who's like past seasons who's really, really, really problematic.
Yeah. Not yet.
No, I hope not.
Not
Maybe I'm missing.
Yet. Yeah.
Give them time. Give them time. They still have time to be problematic. So, Nana, thank you so much for the Nana notes. And thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you. I hope a lot of the people that contacted Paul and said, how do I get on Nana's and Jolene's show? I always put myself first. I noticed Joleen did too this time. Good girl.
I know who the star is. I'm no dummy. It's 90 Day with Nana and Joleen.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back. And if you didn't subscribe, please do. Please like it. Even a dislike counts, but we don't want any of those. But please like it. That would be great. And subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And people my age always go, does it cost me anything? No, it doesn't cost you a dime. Just your time. And what else you got to do? It's a pandemic. Okay.
Yes, and I hope all Dad's friends join tonight to learn about your new love, Toilet Daddy, and that you cheated on him in Menards. So, I
wasn't like Jimmy Carter. I didn't lust in my heart, but I think the toilet guy was. Just a thought.
Jimmy Carter lusted in his heart?
Yeah, he mentioned that once. I just loved him. He was a great president.
He said, I lusted in my heart?
Yeah.
And he admitted it?
Yeah, and nobody ever let him forget it. It was too bad that he said it out.
Oh,
he was just too honest. He was too honest. He was a peanut farmer, and he just was a great president. I loved him. So,
He loves you, Jimmy Carter. If Toilet Daddy leaves her, she's coming for you, Jimmy. She'll grab your hammer and she'll build you a house, a whole ass house.
Habitat for Humanity. He builds homes. He's in his 80s or 90s. I think he's probably in his 95 now. Is he? Okay. And I just love him. I give to Habitat for Humanity. If you're looking to give to a good organization, Habitat for Humanity. And Jolene's podcast. If you have any little extra money, that's fine. If not, just sit back and enjoy it.
Not a good cause. Give to a better cause. But thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Nana. Yeah. It's always a blast hanging with you. We had a little pop in from Loose Goose, which was so awesome.
So
Jill was able to get on for the first time.
Jill.
Really
Thank you. And she's been on before. She just hasn't chatted.
Yes.
So
shout out to producer Linda and manager
I love you.
Papa. And Nana loves you. And Nana, you look so great. Any final words for tonight?
I've saved 73 days not smoking. I'm hardly feeling the effects. Ugh. Anyway, $647 I have been able to save for not smoking.
Oh my gosh, that's a great amount for a super chat, Nana. You should go send a super chat right now for $600.
Okay, I'll do what I did to the TV all day long.
well, it has been fun, you guys. Make sure you subscribe, like Nana says. Give this video a like. Follow us on social media. Check out my Joleen Reacts videos that are coming out. I got a new one coming out very soon. I just had one come out today. Follow Nana here and here only, because this is where she likes to be. And I can't wait to meet my toilet daddy. And hopefully Nana will vlog it for me when we meet online for the first time.
Oh, honey, I love you, Joleen. You are my hero.
Nana, you're my hero. Love you guys. Bye.
So peace out, everyone. Join us on Friday.
Friday for Married to Bravo. Bye.
This ain't over.